Welcome back here from Pax Europiana, from the Freedom Square here in Tbilisi. It's a wonderful square. It's a memorial for freedom, and Georgians must be free. They must be free to choose their own destiny and decide where to belong to. They are not in the shadow of Russia on the other side of the Caucasus, or even having their stronghold, their fiefdom here in South Ossetia, which they illegally occupied in 2008 in a war of aggression. No, the Georgians must be free to choose where they go, and they want to go to Europe. Then here I say, with the Georgian flag here, I have brought it from Austria, and we in Austria, we want you to join the European Union, Georgia. You are very welcome, and we want you to join the European Union. The stars are shining as well for Georgia. What was true for Croatia, what is true for Estonia, what is true as well for Bulgaria and for Romania is as well true for Georgia. There is a European future for Georgia and many in Austria, especially in the civil society, but soon as well in the government. They are calling for Georgia to join the European Union. And also the situation in all aspects will be much better, and this is very important to join together the European Union. I have brought here my flag from Ukraine because Georgia stands in solidarity with Ukraine. If you look around here, there's a lot of flags of Ukraine here. This is the solidarity of Georgia with Ukraine. It's very strong, and it should be like that, yeah? Because we will all be united, yeah, in the European Union. That's the answer to Russian aggression, more unity of Europe. And of course, there is a debate, should the countries join? Moldova should obviously join as well. And that's very important that we have this unity of, I think it's very clear. Am I clear? Yes? Ukraine? I want even that Mr. Macron understands me. Moldova and Georgia to join together the European Union. That's the logic of Europe, and that's the answer to Russian aggression. And obviously, this is not an alternative to NATO membership. Don't get me wrong. NATO membership is very important as well, and we have here the flag of NATO, and NATO should be the answer, obviously, for Ukraine to join, for Georgia, for Moldova. Neutrality as Moldova has it is wrong. It's the NATO map which is very important, and also Ukraine, basically it's the only way to stop the war is NATO membership, because only by NATO intervention and by NATO membership there will be clarity and there will be also victory. But it's very important as well that Ukraine recognizes Kosovo. This is very important. I call for Ukraine to recognize Kosovo, for Georgia to recognize Kosovo, for Moldova to recognize Kosovo, because that's basically where we intervened for peace, for freedom. And freedom matters here at the Freedom Square for the Georgians who got the free of the Soviet Union. You were the ones who defeated the Soviet Union in 98, yes, 9th of April, and then later on the 26th of May 91, you really defeated the evil empire, and you have a right to be in the European Union, and if you want so, of course, as well in NATO. But it would be good to be united with the 9 countries, with Moldova, but also with all other countries. I know Serbia is a dominant country and it's pro-Russian. That's a specific problem. Serbia's EU candidate status must be frozen. By the way, that's very important, and I called for that many times until the break with Russia. But Kosovo is a peaceful, nice country, and you have many links already. It's time for recognition, and the 3 NATO allies, Montenegro, Macedonia and Albania, anyhow support Georgian NATO and EU accession. So that's the absolute logic to do that together. And in Europe, we are basically all in NATO as well. So there is not such a big difference, and I was very happy to see here your NATO EU Information Center, and that's very good, yeah. The joint nature of our efforts with America together is very clear. And how to underline it, that's also I explained very much how we had how we helped to re-establish, or the West America helped to reintegrate Western Germany after World War II, with first the euro as a currency, not the euro, it was the German mark, but pegged to the dollar. So that's the first status. So Georgia needs the euro now, like Kosovo has it and like Montenegro has it, the EU potential candidate status, NATO map, and then joining the European Union, hopefully relatively fast in 2029. That's the way forward. I lose my energy here now. Thanks a lot. Here from Freedom Square, please, freedom must be defended. That's why we have our Western institutions, the twin pillars of the West, NATO and EU. Also, freedom is the fundament of prosperity. That's why the euro is so important, and the regulatory alignment, membership in EU Customs Union, EU internal market. This is very important. That's the firm fundament of freedom. That's, of course, the European Union, NATO, the euro. Please, Georgia, you're welcome. Join all three of them, and that's the best way forward. Thanks a lot. Bye from Freedom Square.